First phone call, I think, from Frank was a few months into my first year. I was sitting on a boat in North Carolina, and he told me the library blew up as the emergency management coordinator. And since then, it seems the phone calls come every year around the same time, whether it's floods, power losses, hurricanes, you name it. Frank's there, and he keeps me informed, and he's the head of our OEM. And I think it's important that people get recognized for their volunteerism and for the effort they put out, but it's also important to recognize them, not after they're done, but recognize them as they're still doing it. Frank's not going anywhere, but I thought, you know, because of the last few storms, and it's in my fourth year, my first term, I think it's appropriate, and I think it's well deserved. Real quick, if Frank could come up here, I'd like to read this into the record and present that. So Frank, why don't you come up? You want anybody to come with you? So he goes, we meet again. And believe me, I know his number. When I see that phone go up, I'm like, ah. But a lot of times, before I read it to the record, a lot of times what people don't realize is the effort Frank puts out to get FEMA money. Yeah. Right. I mean, he retrieves us hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's the stuff that he does, that the untold story of not just reacting and making sure that our captain of our police department and other emergency response members are there, but he's also the one who goes after the money, which is what we have to put out
try to recover.
And try to recover. And how much we recover?
$400,000 from Irene, and we were looking at $500,000. We didn't get it yet from Sandy. Maybe it takes about a year and a half to get the money. FEMA releases it after 2 months, but the state holds it, then they release it. It's a process, but the efforts that we put in, it's the directors, got to get all the information, give it to FEMA. I'm the go-between. They don't want to talk to the fire, they don't want to talk to the police, they want to talk to me. I'm the go-between to make sure that we get this money. And it's important to keep our town going because we need the funds. We don't have that much emergency funding. I'd like to thank the administration. I'd like to thank the mayor. I'd like to thank Michael Rogers. I'd like to thank my 4 deputy coordinators, Captain Steve Ciarinelli, Lieutenant Donar Richardson from police, Karen Johansson from the ambulance squad, and Barry from the fire department. Those 4 coordinators helped us get this thing off. I'd like to thank the CERS people. I'd like to thank the council, who also came out to volunteer during the storm, which helped us a lot to get the message out. It's a community effort. It's not just me. It's just a community effort. I also like to thank my wife for putting up with me but I'm not home. Like you say, Mayor Dougherty's been with me the whole time. I make a phone call and he's around, he's there. We saw the sewers blow up, we've seen it all.
And we have. It's amazing. So I'd like to read this into the record, Frank, and then present this to you. Frank Somma began his service to the town of Morristown as an auxiliary special officer in 1976. And in 1980, Mayor David V. Manahan appointed him as volunteer civil defense and emergency management coordinator. Frank Somma has continued to dedicate himself as the emergency management coordinator for 32 years. Frank's mission has been to keep Morristown safe in the time of large-scale emergencies and disasters. He has proactively prepared the town for hazards and works to reduce threats to our community. Frank Somma has spent countless hours assisting citizens respond to and recover from disasters. Therefore, Mayor of the town of Morristown, I would like to extend the most sincere appreciation to Frank Somma for his commitment and distinguished service to the Morristown community. Frank, thank you very much.
Thank you.